What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello there, Mr. Anis. How are you doing? Welcome to another stream here with Flood the Noob. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let's get started. Today we're going to be flying out of Leknes. I believe it's called Leknes in Norway. So Leknes in Norway. So we're going to be flying the Caravan Pro by Black Square. This time we are flying the variant with a cargo pod at the bottom of this particular aircraft. How that affects it, I am yet to discover. This is my first time trying to fly this thing. I'm pretty sure it affects it aerodynamically, and I'm sure it's modeled. I would expect it to be given the detail of the flight model, the accuracy of the flight model. Leknes Lufthaven. And what is our route gonna look like? There's not gonna be a route today. Today it's going to be a sightseeing tour. Okay, it's gonna be a sightseeing tour today. So yeah, there's our lovely, beautiful aircraft. Very nice. Let's go ahead and jump in. There we go. We're gonna leave this open here for us. But yeah, beautiful aircraft. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, very nice. So flying with one of the default liveries today. I haven't bothered to install any new liveries for this particular aircraft just yet. And our tail number of FDNX, which I always prefer. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, very nice. Very, very, very nice. So, first we're going to jump in. We're gonna go to drone camera just so we can take a look at this handcrafted airport here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, Leknes Lufthaven. Okay, so welcome to Lofoten. Lofoten. I don't know what Lofoten is. Oh yeah, Lofoten. Sorry, Lofoten is the name of the archipelago that we're going to be flying around and over today. Okay, so we're going to be flying over Lofoten. We're going to be checking out the sights. It's a very scenic archipelago, apparently. So yeah, we're going to be checking out Lofoten. So we are in Lofoten. It says welcome into Lofoten. That means welcome to Lofoten. So yeah, we are in Lofoten, and particularly Leknes is the place where we're at, the airport at least. I don't know where the town is. Oh, there it is. There's the town. This is Leknes, the settlement, right here. Okay, beautiful. Why are the ground textures in 2024 so bad? But when you get close, they're amazing. But when you look at them from far, they look... Maybe it's because of the grass that they look so bad, right? And they're actually not that bad. They look blurry, but it's not actually blurry. It's just the grass. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I've been misjudging this the whole time. Okay, here we go. We got very good detail at this airport. I really like it. We can't go in for some reason at the control tower, but as you can tell, it has lots and lots of detail here. Very, very cool. So it's one of the very nicely handcrafted airports. Obviously, it's small. Probably explains why it's so well done. Funny that we can't go inside it, but it's so detailed that you can read the screen inside it. That's cool, though. Very, very cool. Okay. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Leknes, okay? By the way, Navbar says your destination is Paraburdu. Oh. I don't know why it says that, by the way. I don't know why it says that. It's not supposed to. I'm just gonna clear it out. Oh, goodness me. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like this then. We're just gonna leave it like this. I can't have a blank destination for some reason. Anyway. That all being said, I believe it's time for us to get in our aircraft and get this party started up from this lovely, lovely airport. There's an airport nearby that I'd also like to purchase that I've actually added to my wish list. But anyway. Alright, welcome back into our lovely Caravan. We'll take a look at what difference the pod makes in just a second. Let's close up our door here as well. Brilliant. Let's bring up our tablet today first. I have never flown this aircraft. Okay, but I've got the camera views because I've copied them. Wait, hold on. This is not right. Something isn't right here. Every camera view is working except number 2, which is funny. Let me lock this up. Number 2 view isn't working. Yeah, so I don't know why that's not working, but every other view is. Okay, that's fine. That is fine with me. I'll do the copying later on. Anyway, let's go to our tablet here, or I can just save this view right now, can't I? Why am I being a bum about it? Why am I being a bum about it? I can just save that view right here. Oh God. Come on, man. I just want to save a view. Don't be a little punk to me right now. Okay, there we go. We'll save it like this for today. Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll save it like this for today. Okay, Alt 3, Alt 2, great. Okay, so if we come down here, you can tell that cargo port doors are also available. So we can open and close them as we require. And we can set up a lot of weight here. Today is just going to be me and the co-pilot. I don't care about passengers. You know what? Let me put some. Let's put some. Shall we put some? 340 pounds. No, you know what? I'm just going to empty out this. Going to empty out the cabin for today. It is pretty high altitude, so I don't want to mess with it. Okay. Engine 100% electric at failure. We're putting that to 0. Reset all the failures. Thank you very much. Let's go to the cabin. 5 degrees Celsius. We need to warm this up. We go GNS 530. Let's confirm that. Brilliant. Unrestricted there. Beta enunciated there. That's fine. Realistic. Okay. Realistic yoke movement. I want that. Load with the covers and that deployed. You know what? Why not? Show copilot from inside. No. Cloud strobe effect. Definitely instant beta on touchdown. Is that something that actually happens in the real aircraft? I don't think so, right? But you know what? We're going to try it. Let's try it. Okay, so that's done. Payload, we're going to leave it like this. Fuel is going to be plenty enough. I don't think I'm going to put any passengers in. You know what? Let's have 2. Let's have 2 passengers sitting. I don't want 300 and... What kind of passenger is that? Let's put 180 pounds, okay? Wheel chocks. 340 is a funny default to go to. Like double of that? Come on. All right. Let's see. What else do we need? That's pretty good. Okay, let's get started. Shall we do that? You don't want... Yeah, some big old passengers. I mean, it's fine if like both the sides are balanced and we got 340. But what this aircraft does, it puts 170 and then 340. It doesn't make any sense. Why double? You know? Why double? No. I'm not trying to be discriminatory. I'm just saying. I'm just calling it like it is. You can't have 170 and then 340. Hello, Miss 8085. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Nice for us to have you on board. And you've come on a very, very, very nice flight today. We were taking out the Caravan on a beautiful little tour of a very scenic archipelago in the north of Norway. I'm doing well. How are you? How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? All right. Brilliant. Okay. All right. Great. All right. With all that said and our thanks put in order and our greetings put in order, let's go ahead and remove those control locks right there. Let's get our aircraft started up. Should we use external power today? Doesn't really matter. Can turn on our battery. Ooh, sorry. My bad. Let's go up here. Select our fuel tank first so we don't hear that annoying beeping. There is our battery on. Avionics switch 2 can be off for now. Propeller RPM to max, please. Thank you very much. Our throttle, I'm going to leave it in idle range. Great. I'm going to get rid of this yoke here. Let's nav light, beacon light this thing. Passenger signs on. There we go. Brilliant. We can also go and run our fuel boost. Okay. Run our fuel boost. Let's see if the fuel flow actually shows up here. It's supposed to. Okay, let's align the GPS there. That's interesting. It doesn't. Okay. Next thing, ignition to normal. And let's get our starter engaged. Okay, let's put our condition lever to low idle there. NG rising, waiting for 52 and plus. Coming alive slowly. We've crossed 50 right there, waiting for 52. That is a slow rise right there, and we can put the starter to off. Ignition to normal. We can turn on avionics and let's go to generator to reset. Captain, can we please get a quick view of the aircraft from the outside? I missed it. Most certainly. Let's do that. Let's put our standby alternate power on. We've got everything else. Fuel boost back down to normal. Let's get our taxi recognition lights on. Let's get our... Yeah, that's it for now. Let's put our flaps down quickly. Let's get our aircraft warmed up, ventilate that. Okay, let's line that, and with all of that done, let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of the aircraft for sure. Let's do that, Miss 8085. Okay, we can do that, not a problem. Not a problem. The lights are not going to make a difference today, are they? No, they're not. We can barely tell any difference. Look at this. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, let's get outside and show the aircraft. Here it is. All right. This right here is our lovely aircraft for today. The Caravan Pro with the cargo pod this time. Although the cargo pod is empty for today. We're not really loading up the aircraft. It's just a sightseeing tour that we are doing. So there it is. Lovely, isn't it? Beautiful. There we go. There's a view from the outside for you, Miss 8085. That wobbling always gets me. The wobble is so nice on this aircraft. The wobble can be scary. This aircraft does tip over. Now, flying this aircraft has made me realize something. The other aircrafts that we fly in Microsoft Flight Sim, especially the GA aircrafts that are default, they don't wobble at all. It's very hard to tip them over, which is unrealistic. Because this, that's very unrealistic. So that's something I really like about this aircraft. You can actually tip this over very easily. Okay, we have a short runway here today. We're going to take off from this end, so I'm just going to turn it around and get on out of here. We're going to get on out of here. All right, that sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan to me. All right. Great. Okay. Given all of that, let's go ahead and... it has FDNX written on it. Coincidental initials for Flood Noob. That is my custom tail registration that we use. We use FDNX. You can change the registration from the menu. Miss 8085. We can do that. Okay, I think we're ready to roll here. Let me just take a look at the cabin condition quickly though. Engine condition's good. Let's take a look at the cabin condition. It's so realistic. Even the way how the tablet displays changes according to the lighting. Right now we're having a bit of a hard time reading the tablet properly. Cabin, it's 12 degrees, warming up. Ram air is closed. We've got heating going on here. We should probably open that just a little bit so that the passengers can get... there's no passenger, right? So who cares? My bad. All right. So yeah, great. Miss 8085, your curiosity is always welcome on board. Yeah, it is a custom. You can change that from the menu. You can put whatever registration you want, really. So we go with FDNX, which is the usual that I use in the channel. So yeah, we're warming up. We're looking good in the cabin here. Everything is looking good. Brilliant. We can leave this on ventilate. We'll leave this on, but we have to take... we'll shut that off for takeoff, though. Okay, brilliant. Given all of that, let's get on out of here. Ooh, a little bit of a stutter there, but that's okay. Release parking brake. 3, 2, 1. Releasing parking brake. Turning around, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to use the better range on the propeller, on the throttle control. Sorry. We'll just zoom along. Who cares, right? As long as we don't end up tipping our aircraft, we'll be okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, we need to set the altimeter, by the way. Forgot about that. Altimetric pressure. Oh, we're near 0. We're near... okay, that's good. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. That is not too bad at all. Okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit here, because if this aircraft gets away from me, we're gonna have an issue. As you know, I only have max braking available, so I'm just going to take a wider turn here than prescribed by these lines. It's a very beautiful airport, I have to say. I love these small handcrafted airports. They're just absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna leave it here, right here. We're gonna park our aircraft for a second and check out our stuff. Okay. Great. All right. Great. Flaps are set. We can go to high idle in just a second. We can turn off our heating right now. Everything else here is looking good. Normal on, that's fine. Annunciator light are clear. That's off, that's done, that's done. Fuel select is okay. Fairly balanced fuel tanks. Fuel flow is good. RPM propeller, RPM on max there. Engine conditions good. Let's put our lights. Strobe lights, landing lights done. We can leave the rest the way they are. We need pitot heats today. Okay, we do need our pitot heats today. So for that reason, let's put these on here. Propeller, I'm gonna put it to automatic. Windscreen, windshield, anti-ice must be off, so it's off for now. Wing light, will leave them on. With cargo doors removed, do not use alternate. With cargo doors removed, do not use alternate static source, okay? Did you turn the lights on or off? These are all on now. These are all on. Check this out. There we go. All our lights are on. It's just a weird lighting where we are right now. It looks like everything is off, but they're all on. Okay, so good. We're going to leave this the way it is. We're going to leave the heating here for on, except windshield should be off for takeoff and landing. That's fine. Okay, finally, we can go ahead and put our, there we go, high idle. Let's increase the torque. Waiting for the torque to respond. There we go, responding. Do a donut on the runway, please, before taking off. We can't do a donut with this aircraft, I'm afraid, Miss 8085. It is too realistic. If we try to do a donut with this aircraft, it's going to tip over. So yeah, we are not able to do that. I'm really sorry about that one, but yeah. Releasing parking brake in 3, 2, 1, release parking brake. Let's go. Let's get on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to use a little nav map after takeoff for reference. Okay, we got torque on pretty much max. But it is a cold day today, so I'm not really worried about the temperatures that much. It's a very cold day. So yeah, we're above Arctic Circle. Let's take off right there. Put our RPM slightly lower because we don't need much today. Oh, I'm sorry. Miss 8085, but yeah. Okay, we can put our flaps up. Come on, go up flaps. There we go. We got wind, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We got wind. Oh, I forgot to set up our autopilot. Good lord. That's okay. We'll be okay. Okay, we are climbing. There we go. There we go. In some of the other aircrafts, we're actually able to perform donuts, so I'll do that for you. But in this one, unfortunately, we can't do that. Okay, coming up on 1,000 feet already. We've left behind. Look at how beautiful this place is, man. Damn, it's gorgeous. Got a ship stuck up there. Yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? Let's quickly engage the autopilot here. I'm going to go up towards about 5,000 feet because we got peaks everywhere. ITT is looking good. We got room to open up the torque a little bit more there. So let's open up the throttle a little bit more. See the exhaust, the temperatures are very cool today. The coastline is so pretty. You can see that again. It is very, very pretty. Windshield heating, let's put that on here. Let's go back to our cabin heating. We don't want our passengers to freeze, do we? So there you go. Ear discomfort is actually saying, oh yeah, ear discomfort is there today. Nothing we can do about it. And besides, we don't have passengers, so I don't really care. Landing lights, we can turn them off. Every other light is going to remain on for the time being. And windshield anti-ice is on for now. As a matter of fact, I can turn this off. We don't really need it. Okay, so we've taken off in this direction. So let me show you guys on the map quickly what we're doing. So this is the archipelago that we're going to take a look at. So, all right, that's what we're going to take a look at in Norway. So first we're going to turn off this way. So let's do that right now by putting our heading bug there and selecting heading. Oh, heading. Okay, there we go. Arm that altitude, please. VS. We need to put our... Where's our VS? Okay, this is too high. Come on. It's bumpy. Okay, let's put it at 600. That's more like it. Engine temperature is rising slowly, but we're okay still. Yeah, we're okay still. That's good. At least we got the power we need. So I'll cut back on the throttle just a little bit, because we're okay here. Yeah, brilliant. Let's take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We've just taken off from somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken. Little nav map. Let me pull that up for you guys. Little nav map. There you go. You guys should be able to see little nav map right now. There we go. We've just taken off from this airport right here, Leknes. Let me do this. There you go. So we've just taken off from Leknes, and we are on our way. Right. So that is precisely around here. Is where we've taken off from. Yeah, somewhere here. Not somewhere there. Where exactly is it? Ah, somewhere here. My bad. So we've taken off from somewhere right here. Okay, off to our left, and we are now going to take a look at this entire area. So we start off like this, and then we go down like this, 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 etc, etc. Anyway, back to views, eh? So here it is. Here it is. I forget what this place is called again. Lofoten? Yeah, it's Lofoten, right? I'm pretty sure it's called Lofoten, yeah. Let's check that on Google Maps, as a matter of fact. Google Maps. I believe it's called Lofoten. I need to check the engine conditions. We need to get back inside. I can't ignore this aircraft. Yep, Lofoten. It's called Lofoten. Alright. Let's head back on the inside here. ITT is good. Everything is good. We're waiting for 5,000 feet. You know what? It's too high. 5,000 is too high. Let's go down to 4,000. Let's go down to 4,000. Let's actually decrease this. Let's head down. How high can this aircraft go? It can go around 9,000 feet, 10,000 feet easily. Well, I say easily, but depending on air conditions. It doesn't, as you can tell by the altimeter, we only have till 9,000 feet in our readings. So it's not particularly designed to go very high, this aircraft. Right, so we're going along a little quicker than I would like to at the moment. I'm going to turn our aircraft back around while we descend. Okay, just so we can enjoy the views a little bit more. I have to keep an eye on the speed. The ITT is fine, but the speed is creeping up a little too much for comfort. It's okay. We're still within our range here. So let's put away a little nav map there. Beautiful scenery. Look at that. Look at that, would you? Let's go cinematic on this. Lovely. Absolutely beautiful. I need to visit this place. I believe everyone needs to. The Arctic Circle is such a magical place. Oh, we're creeping along a little quicker than I'd like. We've got tailwind as well at 33 knots at the moment. So it is pretty windy here. Okay, let's descend down to 4,000 feet, which we just have. Should we go down till 3.5? Do we have clearance for 3.5? Yes, we do. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go down till 3.5 here. VS, please. Let's just go down. Let's go back down. Let's do that. Beautiful. Check this out. Okay, we need to use some anti-icing here. We really do. So let's just turn that up. Ooh, look at that. Look at the bumpiness here. Oh my goodness. Autopilot is still holding on though. That's great. Look at that. Beautiful. Let me return here for a second because we need to go and set our defrosting. So let's just defrost that thing. Okay. Let's go back to cinematic here. Lovely. Look at this. Check this out. Very nice. We're flying very close here. We have to be careful. this kind of turbulence, we have to be careful. I think we're okay. Are we holding 3,500 yet? No, we're not. You know what? I'm going to hold this altitude right here. This is the altitude we're going to hold. And we're overspeeding a little bit. So that's going to bleed off right now. Yep, hold altitude. There we go at 3,500. Okay. That'll do. We can turn off our anti-ice for a second. We'll leave it on. We will leave it on for now. We can pull it like this though. Check that out. Very, very nice. Gotta turn back around here so we can... no, this way actually. Let's turn back around here so we go back in for another peak. Let's go this way. Yep, let's go this way. Beautiful, look at that. This is lovely. This is one of the prettiest places you've flown. I would say so too. I would say so too. It's a shame you missed yesterday's live stream. It was absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Australia is marvelous. Okay, let's head on outside. Let's go to our drone camera. So that's gonna give us the best views. Check this out. Come on, look at that. Check that out. Beautiful, huh? Let's check out our lovely aircraft as well. Flying along here. Very, very nicely, mind you. Beautiful. Okay, you know what? Let's turn off to our right here. I think that would be a good idea, right? Let's turn right so we can enjoy the sceneries there. So let me just put the heading off to our... Let's actually go down that valley, take a look at it before we continue. Let's go this way. There we go. I could hand fly this through and inside. You know what? Should we do that? Absolutely. Right? Why am I even asking? Let's do that. Okay, so I'll hand fly this in between the valleys and we'll take a closer look around this place. How about that? That sounds like a plan to me. That sounds like a plan to me. We're good, looking good on everything, so just gonna disengage autopilot. My aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. Cut back on the throttle. And let's descend. There we go. This aircraft is so fun. It is beautiful and fun to fly. Let's dip. Ooh, we are overspeeding, my bad. Oh no, we crashed. I did not notice that at all. Goodness me, that creeped up on me so quickly. Yep. See, this is why you gotta be careful. Windshield on, please. Engine condition at 99. On there. Altitude 3. Let's put that on. Yeah, that creeped up on me so quickly. I did not realize that. Wow. Let's put that back on. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay now, right? Yeah, engine condition at 99. We crashed. My bad. Okay, disconnect autopilot. Let's go back down there. I need to watch my airspeed, man. You know what? Let me cut down the propeller. There we go. We'll take a look at the scenery. I don't think too much damage, too many changes have been made to the configuration here. No, they haven't, so it's okay. We're okay. We've got a fuel imbalance, which is expected for this aircraft. Right. Beautiful. Check that out. No, this thing does not have any cross-feed valves. The only way to fix the imbalance is to switch off one of the fuel selectors. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know which fuel selector to switch off. Because some people have told me that you have to switch off the fuel selector for the tank in which there is a lot of fuel, which doesn't make sense because I thought you would want to use up the extra fuel. I don't know. So let me go ahead and turn off this one. Let's see if that gets rid of the fuel imbalance. I'm not too sure. Okay, so here I go, ladies and gentlemen. We're speeding up. I need to watch my airspeed. I don't know, man. Maybe they do know what they're talking about. We'll find out. That's what I've done for now. I've cut off the fuel selector. But that means that it's closed, right? So I don't know. Let's find out. There we go. We're flying along here. Very nice. Okay, I didn't think I'll be doing this with this aircraft. Oh. Don't hit into that. Thank you. Don't have a lot of torque going for us, so I need to increase the torque. Otherwise we're gonna sink here. There we go. This aircraft is not easy to fly, man. I like the flight model on this. This is the real deal. I feel like this is the real deal right here. It's nice. You realize how unrealistic the other default GA aircraft is. You realize how unrealistic the other default GA aircraft is. Imagine living on that house right there. Imagine being that guy. Damn. Take a look here. That's nice. Let's go down here. Bunch of boats. Ooh. Gotta be careful again. Alright. Nice. This is nice. Oh. The wind is very... Oh no. Oh no. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Why is the aircraft doing that? Oh my goodness. That was rough. That was not me, by the way. That was the wind slamming us for some reason. I did not understand that at all. That's crazy. Well, we are flying kind of bananas here, so I'm not entirely surprised. Okay. It makes a big difference to the ITT temperatures when you fly in cold conditions such as today. Because we've been flying in the Australian outback, right, where it's scorching hot. And the ITT does not like it. Our engines don't like it at all. But here in the cold, the ITT has not given us one issue. Just the overspeed that I had before. But apart from that, I haven't had a single issue today. Which is interesting. Okay, can we climb this? Oh my gosh, the way how this thing gets affected by... Oh no. Oh, that's too much. Oh, nice. Way how this thing gets affected by wind is just amazing. The flight model is crazy good. Okay, let's cut that torque before we dip our nose. Lesson learned. Don't wait to overspeed. This thing, the second it hits red, if you try and do anything funny, it's going to overstress it, so. Ooh, what is this lovely looking little place we found ourselves in? Looks like an alien planet. Lovely. What is this? Oh, very rocky places here. Back into that water right there. Yeah, we have to be careful here. The wind is not merciful at all. We've got very strong gusting winds. They go from 20 to 37 in a split second. So it's not light wind here. I'll show you that on little nav map. You know what? I need to show you guys a little nav map so you understand the wind. Check this out. We're at 38 knots right now, right? On like a crosswind component. 40 knots right now. Come on. When I decide to show you guys, it's not gusting anymore. Wait, hold on. Goes 40 knots. Between the features, it changes quickly. So let's go to see that 25 knots now. We just dropped 15 knots in a dime. Back to 37. So the wind is very, very gusty. We can see that in the way how the aircraft is flying. 40 knots. Oh my gosh. We're at 30 now. 28. Interesting winds. I'll say that much. 42 now. Look at that. Just like that. So yeah, you guys get the idea. Okay. Let's turn back around here. Watch the speed. Okay, we're good. Let's turn back around this area. Oh. Got a crosswind with a tailwind component. It's around 40 knots right now. Can we dip ourselves in here without crashing, that is? Oh my goodness, look at the way how we're getting... Ooh! Okay, this thing is fun. This is what I actually expect an aircraft to be like. Yeah, after flying this, the other GA aircrafts are extremely unrealistic. The default Asobo aircrafts, they're so unrealistic. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That was not me. That was just the wind. Very nice. Okay, lovely little nook here. We are faced with a valley we have to climb out of. Now, any other aircraft that wouldn't be too much of an issue, but this one just might be. Okay, let's see. Let's give it a bit of torque. Let's open that up because we do have some room for ITT. Let's open up that torque and let us climb in between that gap. Uh-oh. We're being pushed against that outcrop right there. Can we go through? I don't know if we can. Come on, go through. Come on. Yeah, we went through. Cut back on the torque there. Whoa. There's some crazy winds in this place. Okay, I need to cut back on my torque, seriously. There we go. Very nice. Let's go check out what's at the end there. It's beautiful. Edge of the world. It feels like it is the edge of the world. Actually, it is. I believe we're north of the Arctic Circle, if I'm not mistaken. So it might quite literally be, we're very close to the edge of the world, so. Okay, got 110 knots. Let me just give myself some room here, because I don't want to stall and fall out of the sky. It's just gorgeous around these spots. Must be inconvenient living in these places. Must be difficult, but man, that's a life, isn't it? Okay, let's see what's on our... Should we turn in? No, we're gonna get stuck. It's a little bowl. We'll get stuck in if we turn in. Literally. Okay, let's turn back around. Let's go towards the end of the archipelago now. You can tell from the GPS where we are. There is an airport near us. Let's have a look at that. Where is the airfield next to us? There is a literal airfield next to us. Where is it? I'm apparently flying dead for it. I don't see it though. Don't tell me that tiny thing in front of us is supposed to be an airport. No way. No way. There's an airport here, but where is it? What? Am I missing something? Where is this so-called airport? No, it's not on the left. It's supposed to be straight here. I don't know where it is. What? That's the first time I'm not seeing a sign of an airport. That's a road. That's not an airport. So where is it? Give me a second while I figure this one out. I don't see anything. I actually don't. Just fascinating. Okay, anyway. Let's turn back around. Give ourselves a bit of torque. Look at that. We're flying this aircraft. Like a madman, which is what we like to do here, isn't it? Okay. Let's fly over these peaks. Get a bit more of that throttle right there. Our anti-air has been on for a while though. So I need to trim this aircraft out. I do need to trim it out. Okay, there we go. Let's try and make it over these mountains if we can. Okay. Whoa, whoa, okay. Not cool, man. Look at this thing. Struggling. We have to be careful here. Cut the throttle there. Oh, there's a nice little... What is that? Okay, you know what? Let's go see what's going on over there. Let's drop this aircraft like there's no tomorrow. Okay, we need to cut our... What is going on there? There's something funny going on over here with the scenery. I don't know what it is. Something funny going on with the scenery. Yeah, there it is. MSFS scenery glitch, ladies and gentlemen. We found another one. Something funny is going on over here, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, it's a glitch. There's a big old glitch in the scenery right there. They need to improve the scenery in this place. It's such a beautiful part of the world. Hi, Captain. I'll rejoin you in just a bit. Sure. Oh, no. That was a big mistake on my part. We don't have any power. Come on. Give me power. Okay, we got power. I forget, there is a nice sweet little turbo lag between opening up the throttle and getting the actual torque. If you idle the torque, for example, like right now, I'm gonna idle the torque, okay? And then I advance the throttle. Oh wait, hold on. Let me idle it for a while. And then I advance the throttle. There is a delay. See? It took that long for that torque to come back up. But once you're high, it's fine. It's responsive. So there's a nice little delay there. Turbo lag of some sort, I guess. It is a turbo lag, right? This is a turbo prop. Would it be called a turbo lag? I don't know. Anyway. I did not expect to be able to fly this aircraft like this. Apart from our initial overspeed, this has been an amazing, amazing flight. Okay, we're gonna go around the tip of the archipelago here. Okay. Check out some people. Once we pass through the tip, we're gonna go around. We're gonna come back into land where we took off from. Nice. Oh look, there's some sort of boat. What is that? Is that a life raft? No, it's a speedboat. Never mind. It's a speedy boat. Oh god. Okay, let's open up the torque a little bit here because we're being hit with some winds. Okay, with some very serious tailwind component. I need to pull up before I land myself in trouble here. Our radar altimeter. Nope. By the way, I have my stick completely to the right and I couldn't control the aircraft. That's how bad that wind was. I need to give myself some leeway here with the torque. Dangerous, very dangerous to fly in such weather at such low altitudes. But anyway, here we are. We make things like this happen, don't we? Just another Tuesday in the office. Oh god, there it goes. Alright, we're good. We good. Let's take a gander on this side here. Let's take a gander to the other side there. Everything looking good. Passengers must have crapped their pants by now. Well, the pilot is. Okay, that is not a good idea. So there's a little sliver here. I'm gonna try and pass through that sliver. See that sliver? Yep, we made it. There we go. Nearly crashed into that, but we made it. Very nice. That wind is very unforgiving, man. Okay, beautiful. We're back in control here. Kind of. Okay, we've got, now that the wind is headwind, we've kind of got more stable flight. Although the headwind is very strong at 38 knots, so we are barely moving. Look at that. Same situation as Australia. We are barely moving because of the 38 knot headwind, which is very significant for an aircraft with a maximum indicated airspeed of around 175 or so. So, yeah. Our ground speed must be terrible right now. But we're doing well. You know what? I can give it off to autopilot. We're at 3,000 feet. Let me try autopilot here. Okay, let me put the heading bug a little this way and select the heading here. Because I want to take a look at the cabin, see what's going on. 23 degrees Celsius. Outside is -3. Ha! Alright. That is not cool. Okay, I think we're good. We might want to cut back on the throttle just a little bit. Yeah, we're okay now. Let's take a few cinematic ganders because we need them. There we go. Check out that icy out. It's not very icy, but outcrop as we pass it. Great. Just, ooh, nice. Let's take a look at our engine. Our engine is fine, man. I know it is. Beautiful stuff. Our autopilot is doing its job. So I'm just gonna let it fly us in this direction for a second before we turn in more off to our right and come into land, really. Our lovely Caravan passenger with the cargo pods. I don't usually like to see this aircraft with the cargo pods because I feel it kind of looks, you know, ugly in a way, but at the same time, without the cargo pods, it looks skinny. It's an interesting aircraft. It's basically a bus with wings, an engine, and different wheels. That's basically what this thing is. It's shaped like an elongated van, which happened to be attached with a tail, wings, and an engine. A box, a cardboard box that flies, but a fun one. I'm pretty sure they don't fly in such weather in real life, but it's cool. Very nice. Right, we can see some lovely scenery off to our right hand side there. Let's just jump back into the cockpit for a second. That's not the cockpit, the cabin. Lovely. As you can tell, because our flight is somewhat stabilized here, this side is just the ocean. Let's take a look. Very nice. Let's go ahead and ask the autopilot to tune our heading a little bit more inland so we can fly over some of these so we can fly over some of these outcrops there. Good. Cabin is looking good. Our heating element is still required because it's freaking cold. 23 degrees Celsius. Outside temperature of -2. Ear discomfort is non-existent. Very good. Very cold air. So we went from having very hot environment in Australia to now very cold environment here north of the Arctic Circle. I wonder where I'm going next with the next variant. It will probably be in the Caribbean. We can use the amphibian version there. That's probably what I'll do next. For my full flight tutorial, I'll also like to use this particular variant. So I'll use this variant for the full flight tutorial, which is coming up in the next 2 days. Today and tomorrow. Within these 2 days, I'm going to release that video. Full flight tutorial for you guys. This aircraft can seem a little bit extreme in the beginning, but to be honest with you, once you get a hang of it, just like every other aircraft, it's not that bad. This airport, we weren't able to find it. The one that you can see on the GPS, we weren't able to find it at all. So I don't know where it is. We literally flew over that spot and we weren't able to find it. So that's fascinating. We're on our journey back to Leknes now. So let me show you guys for a second here a little nav map. So there is Leknes. We could try and tune the ILS just to see if it works, right? That'll be fun, right? Let's try it. ILS is 108.50. We'll tune it in and see if that works. 108.50. Oh, there's no ILS. It's a localizer. But still, we can go and try that. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me tune that in here. Where's our nav stuff? VLOC is 108 point what? 50, right? I forget. Yep, 108. 108.50. 108.50. There we go. We can make that active on the V-lock. There we go. We've got our DME coming into life. N1, which is right this one. I don't know where N2 would be. Is this N2? I think this is N2. Let's see. Is this N2? Let's have a look. VOR, RNAV, whatever frequency. Let's put this at 108.50. There we go. 11.7 nautical miles. 7 minutes. This one says 14.9. Wait. Oh, this is for what? Let's try it. What? Okay, this is the VOR. Yeah, this is the VOR DME, I believe. 108 point. Yeah, this is the VOR DME right there. That's the actual distance. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to actually use this one. But nonetheless, we should be able to capture the localizer when we come in at the right time. If we go to V-lock. Can go V-lock here as well. It doesn't make a difference, but let me try tuning the same thing here. 108. This is a dangerous game we're playing. We haven't looked out the window in a while. Let's put that up here. Let's go to N2. There we go. It's taking a while to calculate that. But anyway. Okay, we cannot see out the window because we're off to the sea here. Let's turn ourselves back in towards land. As a matter of fact, let's try and fly. Let's cut across like this. Right, let's cut across like this so we can capture the localizer. Let's try and cut across the archipelago here. Let's see. Let's tune that in more. We've got some chance here to cut across. There we go. We're gonna take it. We're gonna cut across it. We're gonna go. Fun plane. Yes, it is a flow color. Is that how you say your name, Flow Color? It is a fun plane. It's a really nice one. Very fun plane. Ooh, look at that scene right there. Would you look at that? Ooh, good lord. My bad. That is entirely my mistake. Let's take a look at that scenery. That is beautiful. That is a poster child right there. That deserves a screenshot, doesn't it? It's a good screenshot there. Very nice. Beautiful. So we gotta cross this way, and hopefully that'll help us capture the localizer. As a matter of fact, let's go this way right here. That gap right there would be a nice place to pass through. We are looking absolutely lovely. Just woke up on the east coast of the US and found your stream. Well, welcome on board. Welcome to my stream, mate. Greetings. Hope you're having so far a good day since you've just woken up. East coast of the USA. Welcome. All right. Let's head back into the cabin here and get a little turn here going this way so we can navigate without having to increase our altitude. Ooh, this is rough. I don't want to fly too close there, but we're okay. We're okay. The winds are not very forgiving at the moment. So we're going to pass through this gap and then we'll turn back around. Beautiful scenery even with the weather. Yep. In fact, the weather is part of the charm if I tell you that. Look at that. It's very cold out. We are in Norway at the moment. Very cold out. Okay, got our DME increasing as it should, so we're good here. Got VLOC on that, that is good. Okay. Okay, now we can turn off to our left. This way, if you look at the map here, we should be able to catch the localizer right around here. So we just need to fly out to this side. That should help us catch the localizer. Not that we need it, I'm just testing out the radio navigation in this thing. I haven't really used the radio navigation in the Caravan. It's the same thing as every other GA aircraft, quite frankly. I don't expect too much of trouble trying to work this thing out. However, I must say, every time I learn this type of radio navigation, I keep forgetting it. Unless I use it, I just keep forgetting it. It sucks, but it is what it is, you know. OBS. I'm gonna use that today. So, okay, that's where we're at the moment. What is the heading for our localizer? It is 353. It is 353 apparently. Ooh, a little bit of a wind there. So that's almost here. Yeah, that is the actual localizer heading. Okay. 353. Should be somewhere here. It's basically a bigger, higher flying Cessna 182. Everyone says that. Yeah, I agree. It is a bigger, higher flying Cessna 182 or 172 with not much improvement in performance, although it can take a lot of cargo. It can haul weight. So we got torque available to us. It can haul weight. Okay, we're looking good. Just a little bit more. We're gonna fly out. In case you're wondering what I'm referring to here, got a little nav map out here. So there is our localizer beam. I'm just flying a little more out, and then we'll turn it in. Okay, then we'll turn it in to our left. 11 nautical miles. So this should tell us, the CDI should tell us when to turn it in. Let's see if that works. And we should be able to catch the localizer. Let's see, is it going to tell us or is it not going to tell us? Let's find out. Let's see if it's actually going to work. Well, we are a little far away from it, so 10.9. I think we're too far away from it. Have I even tuned into the right thing here? I'm not too sure. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. We've got to make that turn now because we need to go back into the airport, so let's see. Let us see. Yeah, it is actually working though. It is actually working, kind of, I think. Yep, we gotta turn it out. Yep, me too. I still get confused with the radio navigation. Funny, because I've made a tutorial on radio navigation before. I have it on my channel. And I still get confused with it from time to time. Unless you use it regularly, you're gonna get confused. It is what it is, you know. 353 is somewhere here, isn't it? It should be, yeah. There you go. This is working though, so we know it's working. So we know it is working. So it is kind of where, there you go. We are in line with it. We are flying directly in line with it. As a matter of fact, we can go to the autopilot and we can ask it to get our approach on. Right? Well, oh, that's for glide slope. Wait, how do you get the localizer on this thing? If I go to GPS, No. Why isn't this working? Can we get the approach? Or is that just for glide slope? There's no localizer on this thing. I guess not. Let's do nav. There we go. Now it's going to get us. There we go. So we switch it to nav and then we take the V-lock, and then after that if you press approach it will work. But we don't have a glide slope available to us today, so there's not going to be a approach mode. We can just use our V-lock to get us tuned in. So yeah, there you go. I remember now. Yep, it is working definitely, and it is taking us in to the airport. Now don't mind if you take a look at little nav map. The localizer is bringing us in, but the runway itself is a little skewed off to the right there. This is quite common in areas like this, you know. You get a straight localizer beam that can guide us to the runway, but not exactly in line with it. So yeah, that kind of explains why we don't have glide slope yet. But yeah, glad to see that this thing is working as it should, and that I am able to use it accurately, so pretty fun. DME is 6.5. We're at 3. Yep, it's an offset approach. It's kind of like an LDA. Technically this is an LDA, isn't it? Yeah, it is an LDA in a way. But this one, no, it's not exactly an LDA, because an LDA, I would still say it's an LDA. Yeah, it's a little off to the left of the foot of the runway. If you take a look at the little nav map, check that out. It's a little off to the left of the foot of the runway. So it could be referred to as an LDA, definitely an offset approach. Anyway, got some rain going on. 3,000 feet at 5 nautical miles. We're a little... I could take manual control, honestly, if I wanted to. Yeah, I think I should, though. Yeah, I think I will. I'll take manual control here. Wait, hold on. I need to run sky dolly for the landing. Let me run sky dolly, taking manual control, cutting down on speed. Because this aircraft is not easy to slow down, believe it or not. As much as there isn't much in the way of speed, it's not easy to slow down either, okay? Let's put our landing lights on there. Let's put propeller RPM to high, which I could have done like this anyway. Can turn off the AC. You know what? I'll leave it on. I'm gonna leave it on. Windshield is off, right? Okay. Sorry about that. Had to let go of the control there for a second. Okay, I'm flying in. 3 nautical miles, 2,000 feet. It does do that. It does do that. However, I have issues landing this thing still. Still not fully used to landing it properly, so, you know. I have visuals in case you're wondering why I'm not too bothered about the localizer. I have visuals, I believe, so. Let's find out. Okay. We're alright. We're at 1500. Descending nicely. Can put my flap down to position number 10. It's gonna give us a bit of drop in speed. I've never landed here before. This is gonna be fascinating. I'm coming off to the left of the localizer on purpose to try and get us some room here for final maneuver. Cut down the speed a little bit more. Flaps down. Flaps down. There we go. I believe I see the runway. There we go. Visuals. Okay. Going to keep the torque available to us. One of the issues I have is the fact that I don't have brake pedals, so all I have is max braking or zero braking, and max braking on this thing, it makes the aircraft tip. So it's gonna be funny. Let's see how this goes. There's our runway. A little low on speed, but not too bad. Got 1,000 feet, radio altimeter at 500. There we go. That would be a problem. Definitely it is. You're gonna see that right when we land today. You're gonna see that right when we land today. Luckily this is a handcrafted airport, so it has some very good scenery, very nice lights, everything looking good for us. 300 feet. A little bit of speed. Oh, we need a bit of torque here. I don't want to go too low. Yep, and I've gone too low. I knew that was going to happen. Come on. And the winds are not kind today, by the way. So, okay. Got it back under control. Yeesh. Okay. Unstable approach, but we're not going to go around. Let's try and land this. Let's see how difficult this is. Oof. Okay. I am not doing this. This is all the wind. Okay. Maybe I need to go around. But let's see. Can I land this? There's no way. There's no way, Jose. Okay, let's try. Come on. Come to me. Come on. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. Okay, that is bananas that we have actually managed to land that. There we go. I'm gonna put that back into normal mode right there. Let's put our flaps back up, shall we? Oh God, the button's giving me issues. Okay, which way shall I go? Doesn't really matter, does it? Could go to the end there. Okay. Yep, there you go. There's my max braking that I was talking about. Okay, landing lights off, please. Strobe lights off. And I need to use the better range of the propeller here. Yeah, I have an issue with this. Oh, in real life, 100%. You would go around for sure. But thank God we're not flying in real life, right? Let's put that parking brake on. There we go. Thank God I'm not flying in real life. Okay, our flaps have been put up and stuff. Good. We've parked kind of questionably there, but that's okay. The braking situation does not allow for better parking than that. All right, now for the fun part. Let's go ahead and take a look at that crazy landing replay. It was a good landing though, given the winds. So let's go ahead and take a look at that landing replay. All right, that'll be pretty fun. Definitely go around in real life a long time ago, but yeah. Let's check this out. Sky dolly. Sky dolly is running. Yes, it is. Okay, great. I'll clean that up so we can take a good look at the landing replay. Let's rewind it. Okay. Let's play it from somewhere here because this is where we lost it, right? We lost it somewhere here, quite frankly. We lost it somewhere here. So let's have a look. We'll play it from this view. Okay. All right. Here we go. Landing into... what is this place called again? I completely forgot. Leknes, I believe. Not Loch Ness. That's in Scotland. What am I saying? It's called Leknes. Leknes, my bad. In Norway. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, that is not too bad. That is not too bad given the conditions. Right, given the conditions, that was not too bad. Let's check out this view now. Let's check out this view. All right, that wasn't too bad. That was not too bad for what we faced, ladies and gentlemen. Let's now go ahead and take a look at it from... Should we try the... No, not here. Let's actually go and take a look at it from inside the cabin. How about that? We'll take a look at it from inside the cabin. So how about this one right here? We could try this. We could try that. We definitely need to see what the passengers experienced, because that must have been scary. But let's try this one. Okay. Take one of our last landing replays to see what the passenger experienced here. Which side shall we take? Let's go with this one first. Let's go with this one first. Alrighty. How's the passenger there? I'd have a strong word or two with the pilot, but yeah. Yep, it's definitely a good one. It was definitely a good one because you gotta take into account the approach. The approach was crazy approach. Okay, let's go back to where we left our aircraft off, and hopefully we can shut it down. Right, let's do that. Shut this aircraft down. Let's see what state Sky Dolly gives us back our aircraft in. Let's have a look. All right, everything is looking good. Let's shut this aircraft down. Okay. So we can go ahead and feather this. We can turn that off for a second. Plug that in. Let's cut off that, and there we go. Alright, strobe light, beacon lights off there. That off there. Good. We did have some debris, by the way. We did have some FOD, but very little, so it's not that bad today. Okay, fuel pump off there, avionics 2 off there, standby power off there. We can trip this. Taxi lights off. Everything else is looking good. Yep, flaps are up. That's good. That's off. Let's take a look at this panel here because we do have pitot heats off, that off, that off. This is off, this is off, this is off. Manual and whatever and off. Okay, great. Fantastic. Avionics switch off. That off. And nav lights off. Fuel selectors, both of them to off. And there we go. There we go. We can open up our doors. Why not? You put our wheel chocks. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that was pretty fun. That was definitely fun. Oh, did I just close the door by mistake? Just open it back up. Okay, let's jump back outside. There we go. Alright. So, I hope you enjoyed today's flight. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave all the doors closed now. Let's close up all the doors before we say goodbye here. Let's close up all the door. There should be a door. Click spot. Come on. Come on, Mr. Click Spot. There it is. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the stream. Flokala, you are welcome, and thank you very much for joining in today into our lovely little stream. Hope you had fun. That landing was pretty intense, but hope you had fun. Thank you very much for joining in, and yeah, I hope to catch you in the next live stream. So yeah, thanks to everybody who tuned in into today's chat. Flokala, Anas, Miss 8085. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning into the chat and to the live stream. Hope you guys had a good time. Check out my videos, check out my tutorial. You're very welcome, Anas. Check out my tutorial. There will be a full flight tutorial on the Cessna Caravan Pro coming up on the channel as well. So yeah, once again, thank you very much. Hope you guys have a good day, and I hope to see you in the next live stream. And until then, we shall leave it here, and have a good day. Bye-bye.